All right, let's get this show started!
In the aftermath of UFC Saudi Arabia, Shara Bullet took to social media to reflect on his fight. He faced Michael "VENOM" Page at the A&B Arena in Riyadh, which now marks the location of the first defeat of his career. The one-eyed Russian fighter struggled to catch MVP over the course of the three-round co-main clash, which the judges scored 30-27, 30-27, and 28-29 in a unanimous decision verdict for MVP. Post-fight, Shara wrote, "The pirate sails into the harbor, but I will return. I knew all the risks when stepping in with such a nightmarish health condition and preparation. I felt that despite everything I could still win, but it didn't work out, and that's it. Thank you to the UFC organization for this opportunity and to everyone involved. I wanted to put on a show and meet expectations without canceling the fight. Thank you to everyone who stands by me in any situation. Alhamdulillah." Michael "VENOM" Page caught everyone's attention with his impressive performance yesterday, decisively shutting down Shara Bullet Magomedov. During the post-fight press conference, MVP discussed future plans, suggesting he would move up to light heavyweight for an exciting fight against Jiri Prochazka.
For example, I'm the kind of person that would move up another weight division and fight someone like Jiri, because it's an exciting fight.
The most spins ever.
Exactly, the most, it'd be two tornadoes like clashing. So, yeah, like I said it from the beginning actually, I want to make a lot of noise, so I haven't got the highlight that I wanted just yet, but if I can keep getting some exciting matchups, then why not?
MVP also admitted that he's still feeling the magnitude of the UFC, and it's making him second guess his decisions inside of the octagon.
I actually think, and I didn't think this at the beginning, but I'm starting to think it a bit more now. I'm still, there is an effect of being in the UFC, the magnitude of the UFC brand, the event. I think that's what's kind of still weighing on me a little bit, and it's making me a little bit more hesitant, whereas, you know, before when I was at Bellator, there was no hesitation. I was in there, I was very sure of myself, but I don't know if it's I'm wanting it too much, or I'm second guessing myself. I don't know what it is, but there is definitely a UFC effect, but the more comfortable I get, the more you're gonna see the old MVP.
Bryce Mitchell has apologized for his comments on Adolf Hitler. Previously on the Arcane Sanity podcast, Mitchell said Hitler was a good guy who fought for his country. He also denied that the Holocaust happened, taking aim at the Jewish community. Less than 24 hours ago, Bryce posted this apology statement. "I'm sorry I sounded insensitive. I definitely wasn't trying to offend anybody, but I know I did. I know that a lot of people died in the Holocaust, and that's a fact. Hitler did a lot of evil things. I think we can all agree on that. I'm definitely not a Nazi and definitely do not condone any of the evil things Hitler did." He captioned the post, "In the future, I'll be much more considerate when talking about the suffering of all peoples." In the post-fight press conference, Dana White spoke with media, responding to Rafael Fiziev saying he's been ready to fight and is struggling to get an opponent. Here's Dana's response.
Do you know anything about, what's happening with him? When is he coming back? Fiziev.
So he's saying that he's been ready to fight for months and we haven't given him a fight? Or apparently it's much more complicated than that. Sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like bullshit to me.
Per usual, Dana was asked about Conor McGregor's return, which doesn't look good.
Any news about Conor? Is he coming back soon?
Conor?
Yeah.
Not sure when Conor will be back.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Dana also revealed that the UFC is preparing a special fight for Islam Makhachev.
You said you're preparing something special for Islam. Is it in his weight class or a different weight class?
As soon as we announce it, you'll know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
MMA journalist Ruben Carter later reported that Makhachev vs. Topuria is being lined up for UFC 316. If they're able to make it happen, an Islam Brasilia fight would be massive for both fighters and the UFC. Who would you have winning it, Makhachev or Topuria? As always, let us know in the comments below. Tom Aspinall is growing increasingly frustrated with the state of the UFC's heavyweight division. As he continues to wait for Jon Jones to sign on the dotted line, he's been closely watching the high-profile heavyweight fights. Last night, that included SERGEI Pavlovich and JAIRZINHO Rozenstruik. Unfortunately, the fight fell short of expectations. It had a slow pace from start to finish, prompting Dana White to compare it to some of the worst fights in the promotion's history. This snooze fest came just weeks after another puzzling heavyweight matchup between Cyril Gane and Alexander Volkov at UFC 310. Now, on his IG stories, Aspinall offered an honest assessment of the heavyweight division, writing, "These heavyweight fights lately absolutely stink. Let's get some excitement back and stop holding it up." Darren Till has some harsh words for anyone who thinks Israel Adesanya is done in MMA after Saturday's TKO loss to Nassourdine Imavov. Taking to X, Till wrote, "I've just read a comment on an MMA page saying the downfall of Israel Adesanya needs to be studied. Can everyone on here who is not an absolute moron actually understand that statement? I'm trying so hard to understand it, but I can't. I'm so confused. What downfall? I've seen people comment about downfall studies, etc. All that shit like the downfall of Darren Till needs to be studied. I get that. I should have excelled more in the UFC than I did, but some certain factors didn't let me. But now, I swear, I cannot even fathom that I have just seen a comment saying Israel Adesanya's downfall needs to be studied. Me and Izzy aren't friends. I wouldn't even say I am his biggest fan outside of the octagon, etc. But that's got all to do with what that man has achieved in the sport. In fact, he can lose his next 5 fights and it wouldn't change a thing on his GOAT status. But these today kind of MMA fans are so fucking dumb, stupid IQ of about 10, say these things I just look and think, oh my fucking god, hope is lost. Gang of absolute morons, I'm in utter disbelief by it. Sorry all of you for the big ass rant, but me, a man like Izzy should be worshipped among MMA fans and the UFC. He's literally one of the all-time greats. You don't have to like him, no one gives a fucking fact, but we pay to watch fighting, and if it's fighting we are talking about, MMA as per se, Izzy was one of the best. Hoping to avenge his 2 previous defeats, Israel Adesanya entered UFC Saudi Arabia's main event looking and sounding very sharp. However, the fight game can be brutal, and while performing great in round 1, Izzy got caught in the second with a barrage of punches, putting a quick end to all the hard work he put into preparing for this fight, with the bout ending early in the second. Later that night, Adesanya posted a clip of him re-watching footage of the tough knockout, captioned, "As real as it gets at the UFC, rolled the dice, snake eyes. I'll be back, gone to get some milk."
From Adesanya. Chopping the legs early in round 2.
Okay? Because he already just rested from the thing.
Straight back to work.
Yeah. Oh. Fair game. Fair game. Is in the stripper splits.
One shot to kill a legend. That was unbelievable.
Adesanya's not happy though.
I'm still alive.
What a moment in the career.
Oh yeah, pops. 2 seconds. Oh, that's how the game goes.
Here's a clip of Israel and Nassourdine showing respect to one another backstage.
Oh, un petit peu. Un petit peu. No worries, wait, class act. Good fighter. Respect, man. Thank you. One day. You too, man. Thank you.
Time for today's top memes. 3rd place was posted by Undisputed Take. 2nd place was posted by Show Me the Money. And the top pick was posted by Sports Memories. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.